the Washington Redskins did not win the Antonio Brown sweepstakes. Instead, the Pittsburgh Steelers agreed to trade the disgruntled wide receiver Sunday to the Oakland Raiders for 3rd and 5th round picks, and the Raiders gave Brown a new contract as part of the deal. Brown will now make $50.125 million, $30 million guaranteed, over the next 3 seasons, $11.2 million more than he would have earned on his previous contract. 2 mid-round picks might seem like a bargain for one of the league's best receivers, even with the off-the-field drama Brown will surely bring. But giving the former Steeler the raise he wanted in all likelihood put Brown out of the cash-strapped Redskins' reach. The Redskins only have $17 million in cap room, the 7th least amount of salary space in the NFL, and a multitude of holes up and down the roster. With the negotiating window for free agency opening Monday, the Redskins appear focused on finding bargains in the clearance bins, not shopping for luxury items. The franchise got a head start last week, agreeing to trade for former Denver Broncos quarterback Case Keenum. Washington will pay Keenum just $3.5 million in 2019, on the low end for a potential starting quarterback. At the scouting combine, Senior Vice President of Player Personnel Doug Williams acknowledged there are a lot of places where we can help this football team, rattling off needs at safety, outside pass rusher, guard and inside linebacker. He later said they need help at wide receiver, as well. At safety, some of the top names available include Earl Thomas, Landon Collins, Tyrann Mathieu, LaMarcus Joyner and Adrian Amos. That's a stacked group, possibly forcing some at the position to take lesser deals. Second-tier options at safety range include Tashawn Gibson, Kenny Vaccaro, Clayton Gathers and Washington's own Clinton Dix. At wide receiver, the Redskins could have an option in-house with Trey Quinn replacing Jamison Crowder, should Crowder leave in free agency. There are also reports the Redskins are looking at Dallas Cowboys wideout Cole Beasley, who's set to be a free agent and also thrives in the slot. If Beasley were signed, he'd be the latest former Cowboy to join the Redskins. Guard, meanwhile, figures to be a thin position this year. Of the NFL's list of top 101 free agents, only 5 are guards: Roger Saffold, 31, DJ Fluker, 68, Quinton Spain, 72, James Carpenter, 91, J.R. Sweezy, 100. In the NFL, teams can always free up salary cap room. The Jacksonville Jaguars recently released 4 players to free up $27 million in cap space, after previously having just $3 million. They'll now use that room to pursue quarterback Nick Foles in free agency. The Redskins, too, will likely create space. Linebacker Zach Brown, $5.75 million in savings, tight end Vernon Davis, $5 million, and defensive lineman Stacey McGee, $2 million, are all potential cap casualties. But the Redskins have yet to make those moves, and they'll still be on a limited budget even after that. Remember, the Redskins will have to save space, roughly $8 million, for their incoming draft class. It's possible the Redskins add one marquee free agent, but don't expect a dream team type haul. That's why acquiring Brown was a long shot. Brown's old price tag was more affordable, but he threatened to retire if he didn't receive a new deal. Teams could choose to take the risk and play hardball with Brown, though salary cap expert J.I. Halsell said it's not uncommon for players to get traded and receive a new contract. Brown's trade, however, did create an interesting debate for the NFL. Some have wondered if other players will follow suit after Brown forced his way out of town, despite 3 years left on this contract. But pump the brakes on that, Halsell said. He pointed out that the Steelers are willingly taking a $21 million cap hit just to get rid of Brown, something most teams would not be willing to do. This is not the norm, Halsell said. Recent free agent holdouts: Aaron Donald, Khalil Mack, Le'Veon Bell. Those guys could be more than norm, or at least setting precedent. This is not a precedent setter. The Washington Times welcomes your comments on Spot.im, our third-party provider. Please read our comment policy before commenting.